That's not even a plan. I just watered the ground. Oh! Hello, Boo! Oh my goodness.
Here's the Boo. Hello, Bootsy.
Did I ever tell you guys the story about Boots? Like how I got Boots? Hold up. Let me tell you how I got Boots. So basically, Boots adopted my family as his, basically. Long story short. But the long story, so was that like 3 years ago? We had a really bad floods, like crazy atmospheric river, like so much rain. Flooding happened. It was crazy for like weeks, like at least 2 weeks, I think. One day my mom, she comes home, it's like really dark, really rainy, and she's like, Madison, like come outside, like there's a cat in our lean-to. Like we have like this little lean-to shed thing like for our like firewood, my dad's motorbike. Anyways, there happened to be a cat just hiding. I think he was like under our like hiding in one of the bins or under our lawnmower. You were like, oh kitty, come here, you know, like what are you doing here? And he was so friendly. Like he came up to us just purring away. He was so friendly. I've never met a friendlier, loving cat like him. Like we were complete strangers and he just came right up to us and he's like, love me, damn it. He was an aggressive lover too. Like he would headbutt you and just demand pets and rubs and stuff like that. And he just purred so loudly and I'm like, oh poor thing, like he's so skinny, like it looked like he hasn't eaten. He kind of looked like a stray, but then we low-key knew he wasn't because he actually looked really clean. He just looked skinny, like he's been out for a while. Like we've never seen this cat in our neighborhood before, so we're like, oh, whose cat is this? It was like stormy out. I don't want to leave him out there, and my dad's like, I don't want another cat in the house, but we convinced him otherwise. We're like, oh, the poor thing's out there, he looks so sad and cold and wet, and like he's lost, like he might be a stray or whatever. So he's like, oh fine. Haku's never met another cat before in his life. This is his territory, his household, so he's like a little put off by it. But I left Boots in one of our like little like TV rooms, like a nice big room where Haku never really goes in anyway, and just to like put a blanket on the floor, give him like a little litter box and some food. Just, oh, he was hungry. Like he was eating up all the dry food I gave him. Then we gave him a little bit of wet food. He was so hungry. I'm sure he was like out there for like 2 weeks at least, probably like a while. Like we fed him and like we had him for a couple days, just taking care of him and just sheltering him, and he was just chilling. He was making himself at home. And then eventually I was like, probably need to find who his owner is. This was over a weekend, so the vet office would not have been open, so I had to wait a couple days to actually take him in. So anyways, when weekend's over, vet office is open, I take him in and we're like, you know, trying to find who his owner is. And low-key, I grew attached to him. So did my mom, even though my mom was like, don't grow too attached to him because we're gonna have to give him away. In the end, she was more attached to him than I was. So like we find out like the owner and stuff like that. So I call the number. Low-key was like, oh, I wish, you know, we couldn't find out so we could keep him, you know, because around that time I was like trying to convince my dad, I'm like, hey, Haku must be lonely at home all the time, we should give him a sibling or whatever. And he's like, no, we don't need another cat. You know, we find the owner. I give her a call. I'm like, hey, is this your cat? Turns out it was. He went missing like a couple weeks ago and stuff like that. He's usually an indoor cat, but he escaped because he likes to be outside, and then he hasn't come back home for weeks. And so I'm like, yeah, I have him right here. And like, turns out she actually lives up the road from me. She has like this great big farm. It has lots of animals, like lots of cats, has horses, has some like chickens or whatever, like a bunch of animals, right? We give her Boots back. And I'm like, oh, bye, buddy, you know. And I was like so devastated. Like after that, I was like crying because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss him. Like over the like 2-3 days I had him, I was like, oh, he's so sweet. He's such a pretty kitty, and I love him. My mom's like, oh, don't worry, honey, you know. And like we did a good thing. So yeah, we gave him back to the owner. She like picked him up. So oh my god, that was like a heartbreak there. But then 2-ish weeks later, all of a sudden, guess who's at her door? Boots. He shows up at her place. We're like, Boots, what the hell? And he walks in and like in the door and makes himself at home. Like we have like a window in her kitchen. I like look out and all of a sudden I see a freaking cat there. I'm like, oh my god, it's Boots. And he's like, meh.
Meh.
at me, just like looking at me through the window, like begging me to come let him in, you know. We give him food and stuff like that, and I'm like, hey, I need to like message the owner like, hey, the cat's back here again. So I do that, and she's like, oh my gosh, that darn cat of mine. So comes back, picks him up and stuff, and then we're like, all right, bye, bitch. That was funny. And then not even like 2-3 days later, he's back again. He escaped and he came back to our place. He's just gravitated towards our place. We're like, okay, I'm gonna let, you know, the owner know. And my mom's like, no, let us have him for one night. I'm like, Mom, you're being a bad example right now. That's her cat, you know, because apparently like she actually messaged my mom like, hey, is Boots there? And she's like, I haven't seen him. And I'm like, Mom, you're horrible. You're horrible. Like, he's right here and you're not telling her where the cat is. And she's like, I just want him for one night. I'm like, you're so bad. You're more attached to the cat than I am at this point. It's so funny. But then after a while, she's like, okay, like, yeah, your cat, like, Boots came back. Like, he's here. But yeah, like, he came back, like, 2-3 times or something. Like, no, 3-4 times, like, around there. And then after the last time he escaped and came back to our place, the owner's like, hey, listen, clearly Boots seems to really love being with you guys. He loves your place. He'd rather be over there. Would you like to adopt Boots at all? Yes, we would love your cat. He's gonna be a lovely addition to our house. We absolutely adore him. We love him and we'll make sure to take care of him. And she's like, it's really sad to let him go, but I know he'll be happier over there. And we're like, we'll make sure he's happy. Don't you worry. And yep, he basically adopted my family as his. Like, he's like, yep, peace out, other owner. Like, these people are my family now. He seems, because we let him outside all the time, right? And he seems like enjoys it way more over here. But yeah, that's how we got Boots, you know? 3-4 years later, he's just loving life. He loves my mom so much. He always sleeps in her room and snuggles her and stuff like that. Sometimes he also snuggles my dad. He's a loving cat overall. He loves everybody. But it did take him and Haku a little while to, you know, get a little comfortable. But after like 2-ish months, they're like playing together. They're like sleeping, like they're not cuddling, but they're like sleeping on the same bed sometimes and just chilling out. And both of them like to chase each other around. And then Boots gets so happy, like he like wants Haku to come outside with him, and he gets so excited about it, and he like wants him to play and stuff like that. It's so cute. Yeah, that's my Boots story.